So I myself, as a beer reviewer on YouTube, am fairly shocked when I was going through my video archive that I have never reviewed this particular brew. Reason being is that one, I've never seen it in the LCBOs, and two, I haven't been down to the Great Lakes Brewery in Etobicoke in a good few years. So I'm going to blame it all on me because that's really all it is. But today, we're trying out Great Lakes Premium Lager. See how it goes. Beer, 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 ba beer, ba beer, beer, beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Brewski, from the Rooski Brewski review. And today the beer that I have for you guys is by the Great Lakes Brewery. This is their premium lager with the retro logo. Pretty badass indeed. Little crest on here, very, very nice. 5% alcohols by volume, no listed IBUs, right? No listed IBUs here on the very traditional looking can. Don't know too much history about this, but it looks like the retro label dates back to 87. It's 1987, not 1887. So that's pretty cool. Very, very cool indeed. But yeah, 17 IBUs according to the website. Seems like just a regular old lager, but let's see what Great Lakes has to offer in terms of lagers. I think I've done the Red Leaf Lager. If I haven't, I gotta do that. I gotta do a bunch of stuff. There's so many beers out there, guys. Just don't give me too much shit about it, please, please. Post-pandemic though, beers are coming at you like bang, 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 bang. So let's do this. Let's crack this bad boy open. Let's see what we got. Into, obviously, Great Lakes Brewery pop can style glass. Remember when I first saw this glass, I'm like, ooh, pop can style glass, that fits beer absolutely perfectly. Yes, please. Yes, please indeed. Give me one, give me two. I got at least two of them. Pretty cool stuff. Looking at the beer itself, nice golden lager color, extremely clear white head on top. Looks like any other lager really, but oh my god, goldy goldness, especially with the light coming through on my end. It looks absolutely fantastic. Let's dive in on that nose, shall we? On the nose, smells like any other lager. To be completely honest, lagers for me, unless there's something like added to them, if you're just going for a straight up lager, they smell more or less the same. Little tweaks here and there, but pretty much always the same. Caramelly, a little bit of corn, not DMS corn. Caramelly, a little bready, a little corn, a little graininess. Not getting any cucumbers or melons out of this one. Smells like a solid lager. It smells like when you think about a beer and what beer smells like, that's exactly what it is. It's a beer. It's a beer smelling beer. Chalk it up to that and dive in. On the sip, it's a beer tasting beer. If you've had a lager, a macro lager, an American lager, craft or not, doesn't matter, you know the flavors. A little bready, slight caramel, maybe a little bit of corniness depending on which one. Some can be a bit sweeter, some can be a little bitter. This is, I want to say, more on the sweeter end, or actually more of like a balance between being like a sweeter style lager and a more bitter style lager. It's a beer. When you think to beer at its most basic form in like the 20th century, 21st century, you're thinking lager, American lager. And it delivers just that. It delivers just that. So with that said, guys, cheers everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Yep. That's all it is. That's really all it is. It's a well done American lager. Nothing overly fancy at all, just here's a nice cold beer. It's crispy, it's effervescent, it's flavorful, and it's absolutely refreshing. There's no gimmicks, there's no bells and whistles to this particular beer. It is just simple, delicious, beer. That's all it is. It doesn't need to be anything more than that. Sometimes when I'm reviewing beers, especially when I'm reviewing lagers, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, breweries will bring out a lager and they'll add like a little bit of zip or a little bit of zap, something special to it, but still market it as just a regular old lager. And sometimes it's just like, why are you messing with something that doesn't need to be messed with? The way I look at it, lagers, just American lagers, are supposed to be just that. It's the beer. It's supposed to smell and taste like what you've always grown up with when you're thinking beer. Living here in the States and living here in Canada and in the States, you're just like, it's beer. It's what my dad drank. It's what my family drank. It's what I got to taste from a family member at a family reunion, or on special occasions when I was a kid. It's that flavor that majority of people, I want to say, have tasted in their life. And when it comes to their first beer. You don't dick around with it. You don't try to add anything special to stand out from the crowd. This is a beer for everybody. Craft beer drinkers, macro beer drinkers, new beer drinkers, seasoned beer drinkers. Doesn't matter who. This is a beer where you just crack it open, you pour yourself a glass, you don't think about it, you just enjoy it because it's goddamn delicious beer. That's what it is. Looking on the can, Great Lakes Brewery, premium lager, Great Lakes Lager, boom. 5% alcohols by volume, does not need to be higher than that, does not need to be lower than that. 17 IBUs, but IBUs when you're drinking a lager don't friggin' matter. Don't worry about it. You're drinking a beer because all you want is a damn beer. On the description side of things, we have this retro label dates back to 1987, the year of our incorporation, and has been reborn in an effort to honor our past. The elements in the crest provide glimpse into, well, we're not quite sure, but the design was groundbreaking in the 80s, so we're good with it. Great Lakes Premium Lager, a throwback to our humble beginnings. Let you guys get a nice look at that. Beautiful looking crest. Serving temp 1 to 3 degrees Celsius. Glassware is GLB Crown Viking. The pot can style, but it's a lager. Don't worry about it. Beautiful stuff. On the side here, ingredients are water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. And on the bottom, we do have a canned on date, 13th of April, 2021. Boom. Website, greatlakesbeer.com. You go to the beer section, you will eventually find premium lager. Again, 5% ABV, 17 IBUs, 1 to 3 degrees serving temp. Ingredients, water, malted barley, hops, yeast. Style premium lager, glassware Crown King from GLB. Release is year-round. Tasting notes, we have this crystal clear lager pours brilliantly bronze, with a snowy white head that glistens like a polished crown. Aromas of lightly toasted malt that offer notes of honey and hay alongside underlying lemon drop from a generous hop bill for the style. The light-bodied, crisp beer is wonderfully refreshing with flavors of fresh straw and wet grass. A titch dry. Great Lakes Lager finishes clean with noticeable bitterness reminiscent of a freshly cut lawn. A great everyday beer. Food pairings. Things from some of Etobicoke's finest establishment, like Dino's wood-burning pizza or 850 degrees, Tom's Dairy Freeze ice cream, any pie from the Pie Commission, a colossal sandwich from San Remo Bakery. You get it. Additional info is the exact same description that's on the can. Other than that, nothing else, but you got a bunch of stuff. You got tasting notes, you got food pairings, ABV, IBU, serving temps, you're good to go. Moving over to Untapped, Great Lakes Premium Lager has been given a 3.51 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 366 ratings. Now, for the price of the beer, it's a lager, it's a premium lager, $2.80. Same as the big guys, same as the small guys, all good, all good. $2.80, can't complain at all. Overall, it's a lager, it's delicious, there's no frills, there's no bells and whistles. It's just a refreshing goddamn beer. So with that said, guys, choosing the final sip, let's get ready to ratings and wrap this thing up. Great Lakes Brewery, premium lager. No frills, no BS, no bells and whistles, no nothing like that. It's just crisp, refreshing, flavorful beer. And with that said, I'm not wiping tears from my eyes. I'm not getting emotional. It's just a little itchy. Gets a solid 8 out of 10. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, nothing terrible. Just a goddamn good beer. And I really do enjoy this one. As for presentation, the retro label looks pretty cool. Very, very, very much indeed. A nice touch to things. Nice description, ingredients list, serving temp, glassware, ABV, clearly labeled canned on date on the bottom. The website though looks beautiful as always. Again, adds the tasting notes and food pairings, and yeah, adds that, and we're all pretty good to go with that. Presentation gets a solid 9 out of 10 for me. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Maple Brewski, it'd be greatly appreciated as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Maple Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Sometimes you don't need to fuck with things, you just keep it the way they are, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh shit, I'm spilling everywhere. God damn it. Cheers.